and Gaia really just kind of almost like the sort of outsider, someone you didn't expect, but still having to fight against now the literal top 4 UK. See what we can do here. We're going into game 1. Of course, Gaia with that Steve Alex, face off against Luugi. Let's see what we can do here.
I don't know what for Astral Gadaka is referencing there. I don't know if Astral Gadaka is supposed to be at this tournament or what have you. So, but
I can explain that. Astral Gadaka used to be Gaia's old tag. So that's what he's representing.
That is Gadaka. Oh, the more you know, eh? And I mean, speaking of, they've really come a long way since Gadaka, right? The beginning of this game, I mean, trying to set up a traps, trying to do what the scheming that you were talking about earlier, but Luugi shutting it down and proving already that Fireball is probably going to be one.
Okay. Well, you had to wonder, Gaia building that L shape there, and actually it looked like it might just block Luugi from recovering, but fortunately able to break the blocks and actually recover to the stage. Luugi doing a really good job here. We saw earlier as well, almost at the start of the game, Luugi using the Fireball as well, just to bat the TNT away, and that is such good, sort of awareness from Luugi, just not to challenge it, but just to use his projectile just to really just, just kind of tap it away. Like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, like Luigi as a character doesn't have a lot of great tools to do a lot of things, right? So the tools you do have, you need to make 100% use of in order to get your wins. And Luugi is proving to be one of the best in Europe, if not the world, at using every single thing that Luigi has for every single possible niche use. So like, oh, there's a TNT on the ledge and I'm kind of stuck. Let's fireball the TNT and see where we go with that, because that's going to trigger it way earlier and put Gadaka off, or like potentially even at a disadvantage. But now the two of them very much looking for the kill on one another, and it's going to be the back air for Gaia first.
Yeah, finally finding that hit. Gaia now, again, just mining away, just finding a few more materials, but Luugi already on the hunt. Getting the grab there for Gaia. Just, using it just to push Luugi away again, so he just mine for a few more materials. You can see he is actually quite low. He has got a diamond on deck, and the gold as well if he needs it, but, obviously not ideal. And that's exactly what we're talking about. Also, using that TNT, that's something that Boiling doesn't use almost ever. But Gaia is one of those players who absolutely loves going for that TNT and the setups that he can use with it. You've seen so many times today where he likes to just almost throw it in your face, or use the anvil just to kind of drop it and make it explode on you. Meanwhile, Gaia just absolutely safe always.
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing about Steve players, and I think it's the thing why Steve is like doing as many bits of bracket as they are, because every Steve does it. You have the more basic Steves, which are like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to do the regular combos and the crazy stuff. You have the ones that are like, doing all of the crazy setups and stuff. You have the ones that do the pick loops and all of that. And every setup's different. But, I mean, Gaia's Steve, doing bits here, but it's, oh my goodness me, I said that. When I started that sentence, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that was at 0. They're now at 70%.
Yeah, that's the thing, because Luigi's advantage stayed absolutely crazy. So Luugi just finding those few hits. Of course, Gaia doing a good job, actually still pulling this back, almost putting it literally to dead even, and still just, again, this is exactly what I mean. Send up that TNT, still mining away while Luugi waiting for Luugi to come back, and then he hit the button to make it explode, at the perfect time when he needed it. Luugi able to escape it narrowly, but, this is still scary, and then finds the grab, but Luugi still not able to find the stock. The anvil does hit, but Luugi still living here, just looking for the kill, and again, narrowly escaping death. Gaia so close to find it, using that TNT just to cause a bit of confusion, and finally the back air lands. Gaia had hit it twice before, but finally found the hit, taking that game away.
Well, it hits on paper. I don't know if it was just the fact that Luigi was like behind them after the swing.
Oh yeah, no.
Where the pick was and where Luigi was were two completely different places.
That pickaxe didn't touch Luigi. It really didn't.
But it's gonna get Gaia game number 1, and I think that has to be Luugi saying we'll run it back. Yeah, there you go. Battlefield straight away. And I think Luugi, like, the Diano's a little bit crazy on the... Okay, yeah, here we go. The Diano's a little bit crazy on the anvil on the first back end to live those so closely game 1. But Yeah, you're not surviving that back air from Steve again. Like, Steve's kill moves are so crazy, but so is Luigi's. Just didn't let him out of disadvantage, did he? He just was like, yeah, we can go around the houses, and now that's just a down of the stock.
Exactly, that entire stock was just all in Luugi's control. You know, literally from the word go, Luugi just finding all those hits and then finally landing a downer as well. Only taking 23%, and he's already got Gaia up to 43. Luugi is controlling this game now.
Yeah, I know, and it all comes down to if you give Luigi interactions, and if you but it's actually no, it isn't, because it's also more than that. Luugi's advantage state, even when they're not getting all of the crazy combos, it's just so good to the point where disadvantage. Oh no, living's still good, but however, how are they going to get off the ledge is the question.
Yeah, and I love just chasing Luugi along while he was in the minecart there, just knowing the perfect time and then just finding that here. And again, this is exactly what we talk. And there's the L, and you're dead. We'll just say that, pretend that L stands for Luigi, but we know what it really means.
Yeah, I mean, mental game is definitely something that comes to Smash. But, oh no back air from Luugi. Come on, that was definitely a missed back air, misinput back air even.
And again, Gaia now finding the momentum that he had in that game one, really starting to feel it, and he's just starting to dictate the pace of the game. Luugi's struggling here. You see that Diamond Gear on deck as well, Bozza. And so Luugi gonna have to play a lot more carefully here.
All but the fireball into grab is going to be a confirm. How does Luugi deal with the minecart? They don't, but the back throw, not quite going to be enough. Oh, is that going to be the back air? Finally it is. Luugi slowly but surely adapting to how they're going to deal with these, options that Steve has out of disadvantage. And now, wow, it's not often. Oh, okay, yeah, we are watching Gadaka do a little bit of camping from behind. Question mark?
Yeah, no, Gaia just doing just a really good job of just sort of slowing it down again. He recognizing that he actually didn't have many materials, so it's just really sort of keep it calm. And Luugi just finding that one hit, but no, the Cyclone not gonna do it just yet. Gaia still got a second at least of life here, but gonna have to play carefully. He's still yet to take Luugi's second stock. Meanwhile, Luugi just keeping himself on stage, keeping him central, not risk anything, because he knows that exactly what can happen if you commit too much against Steve.
Yeah, was ready for the minecart there, but is the back throw finally going to do it? No good DI from Gaia there. What's the ledge trap? No, surely that's not it. Oh, wow. Mixing up the timing by doing a little bit of a dash and then the forward smash, meaning that Luugi was a bit thrown off, but not enough to take the game. Luugi is evening it up here at one apiece.
Yeah, no, very, very nice stuff then from Luugi. Seeing kind of like we saw such shifts in momentum constantly throughout that game, where there was times where Luugi was controlling, then suddenly it shifted over to Gaia. But then Luugi just, again, regaining it and making sure to keep hold of it until the bitter end. And that's exactly what, meant that he could take that game too. So, Gaia, of course, now getting the stage choice here where it wants to go, and, be interested to see what we get for game 3.
It will be, and Gaia also needs to make some adaptations, I think. Because Luugi is finally starting to really understand what my options are versus minecart. What are my options versus block? What are my options versus all these different Steve things, right?
No, exactly.
And once and again, we talked about this earlier, a limited kit, but you have got to figure out what works. And if it's back air to deal with the minecart, if it's down tilt to deal with the blocks, if it's the projectiles to deal with Steve in the mid-range, all of that is something that Luugi is starting to work out. So now the question comes to Gaia. What are you going to do to mix up your play and to make sure that Luugi just does not get these opportunities that they're finding as we go to small battlefield for game 3?
Yeah, and it's interesting what you say as well, because we did actually see in that game too where, Luugi actually just slowed it right down. Suddenly just going for, kind of sort of more of a pace where he wasn't just duking it with, against Gaia. But of course, all that said, Game 3 is a different kind of game entirely, and I just saw you pointing at the screen because yes, Luugi has 133% in 30 seconds.
I was focusing on what you were saying, I ain't gonna lie, because you made some good points, you're a really good commentator. But in that time, Gaia has managed to get 145% on this boy, and yeah, it's now dead. How does that happen?
Yeah, no, Gaia, I mean, just, going on an absolute rampage in that first stock, and he is intent to not slow down until that's 56% off a few up tilts. He just needed one up tilt to start that sequence, and already Luugi just, now in a position where he needs to regain the driver's seat.
Oh, there it is, bro.
And exactly that, upbeat, finding he needs, to, get himself back in this game. But, Gaia is still in a good position. He's got that diamond gear. So Luugi gonna have to be really, really careful about this, and careful how he approaches it.
Despite the fact that both of these characters are very like one hit and I kill you kind of characters, it hasn't really been the case a lot of the time. But Luugi now has to find that spirit of, oh, he's dead. Oh, no, okay. But like, you've got to find the spirit of, I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna kill you. Because otherwise, you are not making this back. Steve camps you, they mine, and they start to just, hit you. And with diamonds, like that's like 16% apiece, You cannot afford to take even stray hits at that point. Luugi has to even this up right now.
Yeah, exactly. And, Gaia is still hanging on to 2 stocks here. Luugi finally found a few hits though, and that's exactly what makes, Luigi strong as a character. Is that, we've spoken about it before, where, he is just able to find those few hits and just carry it so far. If Luugi is able to find this stock here, it could be a completely different game for you. But so far, Gaia just controlling things, got on a solid lead and just trying to keep it up. You do see them actually just, instead of, approaching Luugi, they're actually just opting just to mine away, keep their distance, and then when Luugi comes close, that's when they strike.
Yeah, good DI there on the Cyclone. Gaia's DI on the Cyclones have been very, very good here today. So really good stuff. And oh, no. That's a sour one for Luugi. You think that I never thought I'd see the day when I was like, damn, the invincibility on Luigi's Cyclone didn't come out. That's unfortunate. But it definitely is for Luugi, because Luugi had the counterplay, read the jump with the Cyclone, but the invincibility just wasn't there. The anvil comes out. Gaia. 2 games.
Yeah, this is very, very interesting here. We're potentially seeing another big upset to add to the list that Gaia has collected across the day. 2-1 up right now. Luugi gonna have to try and find this game if they want to keep their bracket dreams alive, but Gaia's already off to a blinding start. Again, finding that one up tilt to lead in so much damage, but Luigi just does it better.
You can't see us, but we're both leaning back in our
Oh
chairs.
My God, it's
hands on our heads.
And this
looking for, well, any semblance of sense or sensibility.
Oh
in this
no,
game.
Luugi, don't do it.
Again.
Don't
See, this
do
is
it.
what we were talking about, right? Oh, make sure that you're now channeling the spirit of one interaction, Luugi. And look at this. This is exactly what we're seeing. Either you're taking 90% or you're just dying off a grab. And Luugi has to be playing like that in order to kind of not only get the momentum back, but to win the whole flipping set at this point.
Yeah, no, Gaia, again, just... We've seen such a shift in momentum once more where Luugi, yes, he started off this game taking about 57% of just one up tilt sequence, but then, finding that grab, taking away the game, and now Luugi in a good position to take the second stock away. But meanwhile, that TNT was getting real close. It was getting real close, was it? And Gaia, unfortunately, just laying there waiting for that explosion to strike.
Jab locked with the fireball into roll away into the TNT. Oh my goodness me.
Absolutely mad. Yeah, Luugi just...
Steve's a funny character, isn't he?
Yeah, he literally just lying there waiting, for the explosion to hit, and there was nothing he could do about it but just watch as death approach it. And
oh my God!
Oh, Luugi.
So for anybody who was in any doubt that Luugi was like tired because they've been playing sets all day, whether Luugi was like dropping stuff or forced to play neutral or not finding the openings, not challenging the spirit of Luugi that we've seen time and time again here in the UK, you're dead wrong. Haters in chat, get out of here, because Luugi right now just free stock to Gaia. Someone he's been playing very, very long games with.
Yeah, that is exactly what Luugi needed. This is such, again, a huge momentum shift in this set now for Luugi. Being able to pull that off and bring themselves to a game 5 is exactly what they needed to keep themselves in it. And now, here we go. Game 5. One of these two going home. One of these two moving on to fight Pelly
I
in that
mean,
loser's bracket.
Gaia has had an absolutely fantastic run. Imagine adding extra icing or potentially the cherry on top of the cake with a win on Luugi. Yeah, this has to be a wake-up call for Gaia at this point. I need to start camping and I need to start doing it now, because if I get the first stock, I've got a much better chance of getting the lead. But oh my goodness me, Luugi not gonna let it happen.
And of course, it's not just that as well, but it's also, you know, making sure that he doesn't allow Luugi to, you know, carry too much momentum, you know, across the, you know, the game. Just like that, you know, he cannot allow Luugi just to get away with these kind of things. But Luugi just finding that grab, you know, launching himself up, you know, and getting that up B as well is absolutely huge. And now, you know, Gaia really, really having to dig deep to find it. The TNT does hit, you know, sends Luugi far, but it's not enough to get the kill just yet.
Again, I'm really surprised that the invincibility did not work on the TNT there. But oh my, okay, yep. Yeah, Gaia looking, like approaching from the air, right? But recognizing that Luigi is most scary on the ground at the low percent that they're at. You know, that grab is going to do wonders for Luugi. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, oh my, yeah, again, like the misfire working out brilliantly. But yeah, no iron here for Gaia means that that's going to be a lot of whiffed punishes, and you can't give Luugi those second chances.
Yeah, no, Gaia actually just doing, you know, an absolute exceptional job of just controlling that stock again. And it really just, it harks back to what has been the common theme across this entire set so far, and it is, you know, one person having the lead and taking it all the way to the bank. Yeah,
yes.
And, you know, so Gaia in that case, you know, just controlling that stock, taking it away, and now still being in the driver's seat here. You know, actually giving himself a lead after taking early stock loss. But Luugi, once again, just robbing it away and getting that down throw into the up B. And now Gaia, once again, in a position where he needs to find the stock, and he needs to find it now.
This is the last stock Gaia has potentially for the entire tournament. You have to play it well. You cannot afford to be hit by any stray hits off of Luigi, because it combos into so much stuff. Reading the roll in is Luugi, but not going to give it to them is Gaia. Surely you have to find this stock now. And I mean, Steve can do it. And there it is. We are down to last stock game 5 between these two.
Yeah, no, Gaia only on 64% as well. This is certainly doable, but you have to be careful of those up Bs. You cannot allow another one to hit you if you want to keep yourself in this game. Gaia looking to find that space, but Luugi's just not giving it. You can see, Rosa, that he does not have many materials on deck. You know, but, you know, so he needs to find room to mine away. But Luugi, again, just not letting it happen, just being in his face constantly. And in the end, still hanging on, despite that up smash. Gaia getting a second lease of life here. But you have to play so intricately.
You do. Who's got the gas left in the tank? Luugi's got so much, and there's the back air. Gaia. And by the end of that set, Luugi had just woken up.
Yeah.
You were right in the jaws of the beast. You were about to slay it, and then, well, the beast woke up. And you saw those combos. You saw that game 4. If you blinked, you might not have seen the game 4. But that game 5 solidifying Luugi's spot in top 4. But Gaia, I would not say that Gaia would be disappointed right now. Taking